Yo, it's your boy Marcus, aka Just One Marcus on the Just One channel. So I'm sure most, if not all of you, have heard of Chat GPT. It's pretty much just like an AI chat box that you type anything into and then it'll give you an answer back for anything you want. So you can find a bunch of examples online, but people do stuff like, hey, can you write me an essay on how armadillos grow up or something like that. So people use it for all different sorts of stuff. Right now though, you can't use it for whatever reason. I don't know why. I think they're gonna start charging for it, but I found an alternative from this company called Write Sonic, and they have developed this thing called Chat Sonic. It pretty much does the same thing as Chat GPT, but maybe even a bit better. So today I'm gonna ask it what I need to do to rebuild Lebrons Lakers so that they can make the playoffs this year. Before we get started though, I just need to adjust some of these shot tendencies because 2K doesn't have it very realistic. When AD has been playing this year, he's been putting up a lot of points and it's just been a really dominant force offensively, and they only have his shot tendency at an 80, so I'm gonna bring his up to a 90. I feel like Russ's is pretty good there. Lonnie Walker, maybe get him up to a 75 based off his stats. And Austin Reeves is putting up 11 a night with only a 35 shot tendency. I feel like this at least has to get like a 65. Thomas Bryant as well is putting up 11 a night, so I'm gonna bring him to a 65. I feel like Pat Beverly's good, Dennis Schroeder's good, Kendrick Nunn, maybe bring him down to like 55, and then these guys down at the bottom of rotation are pretty much fine. So the first thing I asked Chat Sonic is, what changes do the Los Angeles Lakers need to make the playoffs this year? And Chat Sonic replied, the Los Angeles Lakers need to make a trade or two to improve the squad in order to make the playoffs this year. They need to consider a more drastic approach if they don't make a move to fortify their chances of contending for a championship this year. They also need to win 4 more games to make the play-in and need a 4-4 finish for the Lakers in order to keep the Spurs out of the play-in. So that's like something anyone could answer if they know anything about basketball and what's happening with the Lakers this season. So then I had to ask it a more difficult question, a more specific question. So I asked, which current NBA players should the Los Angeles Lakers trade for? And Chat Sonic replied, the Los Angeles Lakers should consider trading for players such as DeMar DeRozan, Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard, Miles Turner, and Buddy Hield. They should also consider trading for other players such as Jordan Clarkson, Malik Beasley, and Jarrett Vanderbilt, who could help them with depth and shooting. So I'm gonna go into my target list here and add most of those guys, and then we're gonna see if I can trade for most of them and see if it actually helps us to make the playoffs. So here's the main guys I have in my target list on the trading block. I'm probably gonna try to go for Bradley Beal first, then Miles Turner and Buddy Hield together. Then after that, if I can't get one of them, go for DeMar DeRozan, because I feel like this team would do better having a 3-point threat like Bradley Beal around LeBron instead of DeMar DeRozan. And actually, we could ask Chat Sonic that. So I asked Chat Sonic, would Bradley Beal or DeMar DeRozan play better with LeBron James? And Chat Sonic answered, both DeMar DeRozan and Bradley Beal would be great options to play alongside LeBron James. DeMar DeRozan has the ability to create his own shot and is also a great playmaker, while Bradley Beal is one of the best scorers in the NBA and is an elite shooter. Both players have the potential to be great complements to LeBron James and help the Lakers make it to the playoffs this year. So based off Chat Sonic's answer, I am going to start with Bradley Beal, then go to DeMar before I go for Miles Turner or Buddy Hield. By the way, the main reason that sparked this video was I saw LeBron's like press conferences where he was throwing subtle shade, being like, I don't want to be missing the playoffs for the end of my career. And then he signed his contract extension, but the Lakers front office hasn't done things to make the team better yet. So that's kind of what sparked this idea of, let me just ask like an AI how to make this team better to see what proper trades I can make. And I'm going to try to keep it somewhat realistic, which is why I have Anthony Davis out for about a month with a left foot injury, even though I think he has a right foot injury. But I'm just trying to keep it somewhat realistic in that sense. So off rip, I'm going to try to trade Russ and one of our first round picks, which are pretty valuable in real life to GMs around the league, which is why the Lakers are hesitant to trade them. But I think if you have LeBron James and even Anthony Davis, even though he's injured most of the time, this is where you try to like push for another championship. So let's see if they agree. They do not. This Lakers team really has no other good assets other than these 2 first-round picks. So I'm going to try to throw Lonnie Walker in here and take back Taj Gibson to see if that does it. But if it does not, I don't think it's going to work. And It still doesn't work. So Bradley Beal is gonna come off my target list, and now we have to move on to DeMar. So the only way I could make this DeMar trade work with the salaries is including Vucevic, which I honestly don't think the Bulls will be completely against in real life, because at this point they should just try to rebuild. They have good young guys other than these two that they could build off of. So let's see if they agree. I highly doubt they would, and yeah, they do not. Okay, so here's an updated list of our target players now that DeMar and Bradley Beal didn't work out. I think next the best bet would be to go for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. Then if that doesn't work out, try to go for big package with the Jazz for these three players: Jordan Clarkson, Malik Beasley, and Jarrett Vanderbilt. All right, so let's see if Westbrook, the 2 firsts, and Lonnie Walker will get it done for a package of Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. They do not agree to it. This is literally the best offer I can make. Lonnie Walker, Austin Reeves, throw in a second and take back James Johnson. Let's see if they agree to it. They still do not. Okay, so our last chance here is to do a trade with the Jazz. I can't include Jarrett Vanderbilt because the contract just doesn't work out that way. But another player rumored in real life to potentially go to the Lakers that could actually be a good piece for them is Mike Conley. So I feel like he would also be a better piece around LeBron than Russell Westbrook is right now. So let's see if they agree to this trade. Hopefully they do. If they do not, oh my. Okay, so they offer to give me Walker Kessler, and then I give them back Lonnie Walker. I'm honestly okay with that. We could use Walker Kessler as a pretty solid 5 and maybe even move AD to the 4. So yeah, this is the trade we're doing, kind of similar to what Chat Sonic said to do with Jordan Clarkson and Malik Beasley. Actually, let me just ask Chat Sonic first to see what it thinks. So I asked, can Mike Conley and Walker Kessler help the Los Angeles Lakers make the playoffs? And Chat Sonic replied, Mike Conley and Walker Kessler are both solid players, but they may not be enough to help the Los Angeles Lakers make the playoffs. Conley is a veteran point guard who can provide stability and leadership on the court, while Kessler is a young center who can help with defense and rebounding. However, the Lakers need to make a more drastic move to make the playoffs, such as trading for established stars like Bradley Beal or DeMar DeRozan. Okay, so I put together pretty much the same package I was giving the Jazz and just switched some players around on the Wizards to get Beal. Let's see if they agree. They do not. Man, this is insanely hard. Like, it's actually hard to trade for a star player if you're the Lakers, even with these unprotected firsts. Although they're definitely probably worth a lot more in real life than what 2K is valuing them at. Okay, here's the last package I think I could put together for DeRozan that might get it done. So it'd be DeRozan, Dragic, and Marcos Simonovic for 2 Lakers first, a Lakers second, Patrick Beverley, Lonnie Walker, and Kendrick Nunn. Let's see if this works. And they agree. So Chat Sonic said we needed DeMar or Bradley Beal, and we got it done. And we still have Westbrook's contract to maybe get some of those Jazz guys. Okay, so I'm gonna put Westbrook in the trade finder right now and see what comes up for him, because I honestly don't think any teams will give me real offers for like some insanely good guys. So the Hornets will offer me Plumlee and Hayward, which I think is a good deal, and the Rockets will offer me Jayshawn Tate and Garrison Matthews. So I'm gonna ask Chat Sonic if they think this would be a good trade, and if they say yes, I'm gonna run it. I asked Chat Sonic, would Russell Westbrook for Mason Plumlee and Gordon Hayward be a good trade for the Los Angeles Lakers? And Chat Sonic replied, the trade of Russell Westbrook, man, that's like a tongue twister, for Mason Plumlee and Gordon Hayward could be beneficial for the Lakers. Gordon Hayward is a veteran forward who can provide versatility and leadership, while Plumlee is a solid center who can help with defense and rebounding. The trade would also provide the Lakers with salary cap flexibility, which could prove useful in the future. Then they say, however, the Lakers need to make more drastic moves to make the playoffs, such as trading for a star player like Bradley Beal or DeMar DeRozan, but we already traded for DeMar DeRozan. So we are going to run this trade with the Charlotte Hornets for getting Mason Plumlee and Gordon Hayward for Russell Westbrook and Max Christie, and they agree. So here's what the new look AI rebuilt Lakers lineup looks like to help LeBron James get to the playoffs and compete still. An add-on that I overlooked that might actually work out is Goran Dragic starting at the 1. DeRozan's in that 2 spot. I'm going to have Hayward start at the 3 and LeBron start at the 4 until AD comes back from injury. Then we have Plumlee at the 5, Thomas Bryant 6th man with Austin Reeves getting 23, Dennis Schroeder getting 17, and Wenyen Gabriel rounding off the 9-man rotation at 15. A 7 seconds system is 3.5 stars, which is the highest one here. So that's what we are going to run for this season. And yeah, let's just sim until AD gets back and then get the lineup ready at that point. First of all, we just got to watch this. So right now we're 13th in the league, 16 and 22. Let's see if we can at least make a play-in jump. That would be the goal, to hopefully make a playoff run after, but let's see what happens. Okay, so AD's injury is fully healed. That means it's time to adjust this rotation here. They actually want to start Schroeder, which I guess he's on fire, so that's what they want to do. And yeah, this lineup does look a lot better with AD in there. We're only going to run a 9-man, so it looks pretty solid so far. Right, we kind of lost a couple games here. We're 18 and 28, so not looking the best. Let's sim the rest of the season and see if they can come back. Season is about to be wrapped, and we were so close to becoming a 500 team. We had 16 wins before I did the trade. I think the team was 16 and 21 or 16 and 22, and they end up going 39 and 42, so that's actually really good. One more game against the Jazz. Let's see what happens here. And they win. So 40 and 42 from 16 and like 22 is insane. Here's your awards for the season. Wow, Westbrook gets 6-man in Charlotte, so he's backing up LaMelo, which is probably realistic. That would happen in real life. And Willie Green gets coach of the year. Let's see if we got LeBron All-NBA. We probably did. Yep, All-NBA second team. And AD makes All-NBA third team. No DeMar though. We get LeBron on all defensive first too. Surprisingly no AD though. And then yeah, we don't really care about the rookies. So we end up in a play-in spot. We make it as the 10th seed. So the AI rebuild so far was successful. But let's look at these season stats, or these player stats here first, before we get too excited and see if they can make a playoff push. So DeMar actually leads the team, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Shooting actually not too bad from 3, which is nice to see. LeBron 24, 8 and 7 with a steal and a block, shooting pretty decent. AD comes in 24 and 12 with a steal and a half and 2 blocks, so insane defense. Gordon Hayward came in and played like a solid guy off the bench, which is what they need. Dennis Schroeder played pretty solid. I think he was starting point guard. Austin Reeves still being a good player on this team. He didn't end up getting traded. Thomas Bryant also didn't get traded either, and in real life he's been really solid for them, so good that he still worked out for us. Plumlee as a starting center played all right. Like, he's just kind of there to play decent defense. Dragic actually played really well too, considering his last season with Toronto and Brooklyn, he did not shoot well at all. And then yeah, these guys down here didn't end up playing for us. Let's see if we can make it out of the play-in. First game against Portland. Let's see who they have on their team. Damian Simons, Josh Hart, Grant Nurkic. So same exact team they have in real life. We have to win this game to get through, simulate through game, and we win. So now we have to go against the Kings to make an actual playoff spot. Let's see who the Kings have on their team here before we simulate it. They still have Fox, Herter, Barnes, Keegan Murray, and Sabonis. So same roster in real life. Hopefully we can make it. If we actually make the playoffs here with this AI rebuild, I will be absolutely amazed. Simulate through game, and we lose. So the AI was not completely successful at getting the Lakers into a playoff spot, but it did get them into a play-in, and they ended up technically as, I guess, the 9th best team, when right now they're like the 13th best. I'm gonna sim this team out probably till the end of LeBron's contract and see if they can make it work it all in his final years with this team that we rebuilt through the AI. And if there's any changes I have to make, I'm gonna ask the AI again if I should make those changes or what changes I should make. So let's simulate these 2023 playoffs, see who the champion will be. Unfortunately, it will not be the Lakers. Jaw your West MVP, Tatum East MVP, and the champion is the Celtics with Tatum as your finals MVP. So LeBron's trying to retire already. I am not gonna allow it, and if he retires next year, unfortunately I'm just gonna have to let him go, and then at that point we'd have to end the video. So let's see where our pick would have ended up. I'm pretty sure, actually no, the Pelicans have my pick this year, so it's only at 12. Hopefully it doesn't jump up, because in real life they could have a high chance of it jumping up, and it stays at 12, so that's honestly not too bad. I'm just gonna let the assistant GM draft whoever, and hopefully we get a solid guy who can maybe get some minutes. So we get Adam Bone here, Derek Lively 2, and Eric Gaines. Honestly, I'm just gonna accept all of them because the Lakers need as much assets as they can get. Team player options, Damian Jones accepts it. I'm just gonna decline everyone else here, even though I just said we need assets. So maybe I'll accept Marko Simonovic actually. Austin Reeves is going to get the qualifying offer. So Austin Reeves, Plumlee, Bryant, Schroeder, and Gabriel are all free agents this season. I do not think we're gonna be able to get all of them, even maybe a lot of them back. I will be able to get Thomas Bryant back though, so I'm actually gonna give him like 10.5 for 3 years Bird, just like exactly what he wants. So we're actually gonna lose all our point guards this offseason, and there's a couple solid guys here that I could potentially pick up. I'm gonna ask the AI which one of them I should pick up or who would be better to pick up. I asked the AI, should the Lakers sign Derrick Rose, Reggie Jackson, or Javon Carter? And it said it depends on their specific needs. Rose is a veteran point guard who has a lot of experience and can provide stability and leadership. Reggie Jackson is a solid scorer who can spread the floor, and Javon Carter is a defensive specialist who can provide strong perimeter defense. But at the end of that, it says the Lakers should evaluate their needs and decide which player would best fit their system. And if we go over to 2K, it looks like Derrick Rose has the best system match out of all these guys. So I am going to offer Derrick Rose a 1-year contract for like 5 mil. I also see Plumlee still here, so I'm going to see if I can get him back on maybe like a 2-year flat deal for 7 mil. And it seems like I will be able to get all 3 of them. I'm going to renounce Gabriel and Schroeder and hopefully get Austin Reeves back on the qualifying offer. So let's see if this works out for me, and it did. I see Evan Fournier in free agency, who's a 4-star system match and only wants a minimum. I'm gonna ask the AI if he would be good on the Lakers. The AI says Evan Fournier could be a good addition to the Lakers. He's a reliable scorer and can provide outside shooting, which could help space the floor for AD and LeBron. He's also a veteran who can provide leadership and stability. The Lakers should consider trading for Evan Fournier, as he could be a valuable asset in their quest to make the playoffs. So we just didn't make the playoffs, but we made the play-in with the AI's moves. The AI still says he would help them to make a playoff potential run. So I am going to sign Evan Fournier here for a 1-year minimum in the offseason. I'm just going to keep simming to the end of free agency and hope I get Reeves back on the qualifying offer, because I can't give him a real deal, and I do get him back. So let's look at this player progression, which, yeah, is going to look atrocious because this team has a bunch of old guys. And we just gotta hope LeBron, AD, and DeMar unfortunately drops down 3 overalls. Hayward drops down 1. Hopefully these guys can still be pretty good or good enough to get us over the top. And Fournier actually drops down to a 73, so that is not good. Let's sim to this next season and get this lineup ready, which will probably be the last season because LeBron just tried to retire, and I'm guessing he will try to retire again, at which point this video experiment will be over. So here's the rotation for the second year. D Rose at the starting point guard, DeMar at the starting shooting guard, LeBron starting small forward, AD starting power forward, and Plumlee still the starting center, with Reeves as the 6th man now, Hayward still in the lineup as the 7th man, Bryant as the 8th man, and then Evan Fournier rounding it off as the 9th man. Let's simulate this season, maybe till the trade deadline, to see if I need to make any moves with the AI's help. But right now it looks pretty decent. We'll see what happens. Second season is wrapped. I honestly was not paying attention to the record, so I don't know if they made the playoffs or not. Here's LaMelo MVP, Wemby Rookie of the Year, Pirtle 6th man, Giannis Depoy, Wiseman Most Improved, Willie Green Coach of the Year. All NBA first. We don't see any Lakers. All NBA second. We get LeBron and AD on the second team this time. And then here's All NBA third. All defensive first. AD's there. No LeBron. And yeah, no LeBron second team. Moment of truth. Did we make the playoffs? We're the 3 seed. That is actually insane. I have not made a move this video without asking the AI, and I did every single move the AI told me to that I was able to, and it got the Lakers to a 3 seed in the second season. First of all, it got us into a play-in spot in the first season, which right now it's not looking like they're gonna make it there, and now we're a 3 seed just in 1 year. Here's the stats on the season. LeBron leads the way this time, 24.7 rebounds, 7 assists with a steal and a half and block and a half, shooting a lot better. Here's AD, 20 points, 13 rebounds, a steal and a half, 2 blocks. DeMar is still playing pretty well, like 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Not really shooting well from 3, but he's shooting well from the field, from the field. Austin Reeves, still a pretty solid player for us. Derrick Rose came in and played pretty well, 11 points, 6 assists as my starting point guard. Gordon Hayward still playing pretty well, although he's getting older. Thomas Bryant also still playing pretty solid. Honestly, no one really shot that well from 3, which is surprising. We ended up as a 3 seed. Plumlee came in and gave me a steal a night, actual steal a night, not like last year. Evan Fournier came to the Lakers and shot the ball way better. So what the AI said, that he'll come in and play better and stretch the floor nicely for LeBron and AD, was true. And then that was pretty much everyone in our rotation. So round 1 against the Trailblazers, who we had in the play-in last season. Let's see if they have the same team. They have Lillard, Simons. They have Babacar Miller now at the 3 instead of, I forgot who they had last year. I think Josh Hart. And they still have Grant and Nurkic. So let's see if the Lakers can make a playoff run with this team. They did make it to the playoffs. Game 1, we lose. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we win. Game 4, we lose. Game 5, we win. Game 6, we lose. So moment of truth, can the Lakers make a playoff run with this roster? They made the playoffs, but can they make a run? Game 7 against the Blazers, simulate through game. They win. So they go to the second round and they have the Grizzlies. Let's see who they got on their team. They still have Ja, they have Desmond Bane, Terrence Davis now at the 3, Triple J at the 4, and Tillman at the 5. Let's see what happens here. Game 1, we win. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we lose. Game 4, we win. Game 5, we lose. Game 6, we lose. Another Game 7. Can LeBron do it against the Grizzlies in the Western Conference semifinals? Game 7, simulate through game. We lose. So that was a pretty good run. We almost got LeBron another chip with the help of the AI, as Tatum's your ESAP. This is the same, literally same thing that happened last season in the playoffs, except the Grizzlies win this time and Ja is your finals MVP. All I asked the AI was to help me get the Lakers into a playoff spot, and it did help me do that. Last year it got me into the play-in and we just couldn't get that second play-in win to make it in. But this year we actually were a 3 seed in the West and made it to the Western Conference semifinals and brought the Memphis Grizzlies to 7 games, which is a really good outcome. Let's see if LeBron retires now or if he'll stay for 1 more year. And yeah, no, he retires and I can't overturn his decision again. So that is going to be it for this experiment. Here's what the final roster looked like. Honestly, this was a pretty realistic rebuild still, even though I used an AI to help me rebuild the team, and they ended up actually making it, like I said, to the second round of the playoffs after not even a full year of having the rebuild team together. I really like this video idea, and I have some other ideas, like maybe asking the AI what current NBA players should I put together to go 82-0, and maybe I can be able to go 82-0 on 2K like that. Or maybe even for other teams I can just do kind of realistic rebuilds like this with the help of the AI. If you guys have any other video ideas you want me to try out with the AI, leave them down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.